Hey guys, I'm back. I want to make a video today about starting to think about breeding your ewes for spring lambing. Now, having said that, I am in no way, shape, or form about to turn any rams out with these ewes. But we're not far off. I'm a month and a half. There's people turning out right now to lamb in the middle of March. And there'll be, next month, November, there'll be a lot of people turning out to lamb in April. And we like to hit that May, that kind of first to middle of May window. So we'll be looking to turn out just a little bit later. But it doesn't hurt to start thinking about turning them out. What do I mean by that? Well, in order for sheep to produce twins, they need to be in optimal nutrition at breeding. So what does that mean? That means we want them on good grass. We want them in good shape. We want, like that ewe right there. She's in tremendous shape. We want them in really good shape so that they are the healthiest that they can possibly be, and they can turn around and hopefully have a set of twins for you and not just a single, or maybe not breed. So how are we going to do that? Well, like right now for me, I'm just kind of planning ahead. I'm not doing anything real spectacular, just going through my normal nutrition that I always, my normal nutrition, which is good mineral, good grass, rotation. We move them once a week to a new pasture, and that's just pretty much how I'm carrying on with my flock. But not everyone's in the same boat, and let's think of a couple other things you could do. Let's say you're short of grass. You think you might have to supplement early. If you're overstocked, you might consider some protein tubs, putting out to your sheep to kind of get them in shape for breeding. Some people will feed them to get them in shape. If your sheep have been on short grass and they're wormy, you might consider worming them, because that would help tremendously if you wormed your sheep. And if they were wormy, if you subscribe to that program, you can worm them and they will gain a lot of weight and probably breed a lot better for you. So again, that's not what we do. Now, I would if I had to. I mean, if I had a bunch of wormy ewes, I absolutely would worm them before breeding. But we've been fortunate enough through our rotation to not have to deal with that, and I hope that keeps up. But if the day comes and something happens, I'll gather them and worm them and give them another shot and get them back in good shape. But protein tubs are a good idea. But if you're just trying to be a strictly low input grass guy like I am, good mineral. I made a video before about the type of mineral that we use, and kind of an additive that I put in there from Premier One, and good grass, making sure that they're on the best, rotating them, keeping them clean, and that's kind of how we're keeping them in shape. And culling goes a lot into that too. I mean, make sure that you are going through and I drove through them the other day with a guy and another sheep guy, and we looked at them, and he kind of pointed a few out, and he's like, well, that one looks like she's 100 years old. And I said, yeah, she's looking pretty rough. There's a few of those that I need to get out here, and really the sooner the better, because if I'm not going to keep them, that's just that much more grass they're going to eat that the others are going to need this winter. So probably need to go through them here in the next 30 days and cull even more. Some of those sheep I've talked about in previous videos that I bought out of Oklahoma that are in here, they've just kind of finished up lambing. So I'm going to let those lambs get just a little bit of age on them before we gather this whole flock and really start going through them. But that'll be next. I don't know, we might try to do that beginning of November, maybe middle, if I can get the kids to help me away from deer hunting and get them to go through these sheep, because it is a big job, and it's something, there's a lot of work to it. But Anyway, yeah, so we'll be turning out rams. It'll be a while. I'm trying a new set of rams this year. In the past, I'm excited. I'm going to go along and make a video while I'm down there if I can, and I'm sure he won't mind. I'm going to buy, I spoke for all hopping genetics, 100% hopping genetics. I'll talk more about those later. They are, they originated in Oklahoma, and I'm gonna breed. I've had some hopping genetics in the past, but I've never put an entire set of 100% hopping rams on my flock. And this year, that's what we're doing. I've kept my own in the past, and this year, I just love those little sheep so much that I'm all in. I'm buying an entire flock of them, and we're breeding them all, and they're gonna sire all of these on both farms, and that's what we're gonna stick with, hopefully from now on. And I'm not gonna discard the rams at the end of the year. I'm gonna keep them and evaluate them next summer, see how they look, see if I need to add to them, see which ones I need to cull, because there's no doubt I'll have to cull some of them. So I am excited about that. I'm very excited to see what this does for this flock. And so there's my two dogs working. And so far the dogs, I made the other video about our getting rid of Big Boy. Everyone is staying put and doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing. So it has been good so far, and I'm waiting to hear back from the couple that got Big Boy to see how he's working out from them. So, but they're going to keep him locked up with their ewes for a few days and let him get familiar. So anyway, thanks for watching. Yeah, have a great week.